Welcome in to episode 81 of Fired Up Sports. My name is Mike Giletto. Obviously, we're not, if you're watching live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, we are not joined with Dom and Chris. They're on a sabbatical for the week, apparently. So we're joined by one of the Fired Up's own from the Fired Up Podcast Network, Kylie from the Beer Battle Sports Podcast, and she also has something else in the works, and we'll get to that at some point. Kylie, what's going on?
What's going on, man? I still love that intro.
It never gets old. Like, it really doesn't. I have to do it. Like, I have to add some stuff to it. Like, I have to put the Bedlam at the Bank home run in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So I have to redo the whole thing at some point, but I'll get to it at some point. Because you can't leave that out.
No, that one has to be in there.
Yes, exactly. So obviously, I mean, first I appreciate you coming last second. We had some cancellations, so yeah. So before we get into this stuff, I do have to tell everybody about our sponsor. Let me get into the
Thanksgiving's right around the corner, and this holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped. Everyone loves turkey and stuffing, but you'll be looking like the dessert with the help of the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving dinner topic. Tell your in-laws about your new cutting-edge ball trimmer and gift yourself or the man in your life the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Trim your pumpkins by going to manscaped.com and using the code FIREDUP for free shipping and 20% off. Think your holiday spread is good? It's time to give thanks to Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, or as I like to call it, the perfect package for your package. Inside, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. Think of it as a cornucopia for your balls. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight on and off for a more precise shave. Plus, is waterproof. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ear. This nose and ear hair trimmer uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology, which help prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. Can't forget the Manscaped's liquid formulations. The Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver toner spray are like the pumpkin pie and ice cream after Thanksgiving dinner. Can't live without it. Your balls will be living in turkey heaven with these formulations. As if this wasn't enough, it's time to do the dishes with Manscaped shower products. Lather some of Manscaped's refined body wash on their brand new signature body buffer, and give yourself the lather and rinse your body deserves. Lose the loofah and exfoliate your mates. No hygiene routine is complete without Manscaped's signature deodorant as well. A couple swipes of this and you'll be feeling oh so crisp. Gifting Manscaped is the ultimate hack to becoming the family favorite. So get 20% off and free shipping with code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code FIREDUP. Be thankful this holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
All right, so Eagles. The ugly game, Monday Night Football. It's still a little fresh, but I'm just curious. What are your overall thoughts on Monday night's game?
So it's very easy to blame the refs with this. I mean, missed calls, very crucial. But we were still in it. We had a couple throws just not end up where they needed to. I mean, Quez Watkins fumbled that ball. That was huge.
Yep.
That was a massive one.
Yeah, especially because Quez, when he makes a play, like it seems like Quez plays are few and far between nowadays. Like they don't happen all that often. So when they do, you kind of get hyped up for it. You're like, all right, it's a big play. Like we finally see him. He tosses. It was like 50, 60 yards down the field. Like it was a long play.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get excited for it, he fumbles and the ball goes the other way. It's so frustrating.
And it's tough living in the DC area, so I get
that is true. You're getting it from all angles, then I'm sure.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Works, class, friends.
Yeah. The mute button's always good for that. You just block, mute, do whatever you have to do.
Exactly.
But that's a good point though about the refs. Like it's easy to blame the refs, but I don't like going that route. Because at the end of the day, I think they were a 10.5 point favorite.
Something like
One
that,
play,
yeah.
one play here or there should not make or break the deal. Like there were so many opportunities for them to put Washington away, and
Yeah.
they were up early, and they just didn't do it.
No.
I don't know why, but it was really frustrating, especially that second half. It was brutal.
Yeah, I was not thrilled, obviously, to say the least. But I mean, it's it's nice to get the loss out earlier in a sense because I forget who said it. I think it was Slay that said it, where it's better to lose this when we don't need the win for something instead of having the first loss be something like a playoff loss.
Yeah, like in order to win a championship, more often than not, you need to battle some sort of adversity,
Yeah.
and you have to know what it feels like to lose, and they haven't done that yet. But I blame this loss on the mainstream media, at least here in Philadelphia, for talking about an undefeated season. Like that's all I've heard about all week is can this team go undefeated and win a Super Bowl and not have a single loss throughout the whole season? It's like it's 8 games. Everybody relax. We're
Yeah.
only no.
It was
Um,
down here too.
What really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too early to be talking undefeated season. Now I know you look at the
Yeah.
schedule and it's favorable from here on
Yeah.
out, including Washington. So that's what people were looking at. But I just think people were getting way too ahead of themselves talking about undefeated seasons.
Yeah, exactly. It was a nice thought, but the 72 Dolphins can celebrate once again.
Yeah, yeah. I heard a wild stat about the 72 Dolphins. Do you know how many teams they played that season that was above 500?
I'm gonna say like 2.
It was two.
Was it
So
actually
it was,
2?
it was two, yes. So they played two teams that were above 500, and so everybody talks about the Eagles' schedule and how they haven't played anybody, but yet some people talk about the 72 Dolphins as like the greatest team ever, and they also didn't really play anybody. Like they played two winning teams that season.
That
It's
is
kind of wild.
interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Two teams with a winning record all season.
Like I figured by you asking me that it had to be low,
Yeah.
and I was lowballing at 2. Oh my god,
Yeah. Two.
that's insane. Like
Yeah. I know. So. But back to the game because I don't want to talk about it. The one big play everybody's talking about is the Dallas Goedert one face mask. Somehow it gets missed. If that's called, they have a chance to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown. Either way, they take the lead.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger issue is now you're missing Dallas Goedert for an extended period of time.
yeah, that is huge. And I mean, no team can stay as healthy as us all season. That I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
we had some decent luck there, but that's one of the bigger ones. Obviously, I think the biggest one after that is maybe Jordan Davis.
Yep.
That one, I mean, it showed.
He's a much bigger loss than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to be that big of a loss because he really wasn't playing all that much. So I didn't think the time of him not being on the roster that it would be that you would notice it that much. But I think I saw a stat that I think it's like when he's on the field, the Eagles average the other team averages like 3 yards per carry. And
yeah.
when he's not on the field, it's like over 5.
hmm
It's kind of scary that he has that much of an impact like already in his career.
Yeah, and it's nice because he was a first round draft pick, so that's nice.
Yeah. Yep.
But I didn't think it'd be that much of a hit. It clearly is. And it just kind of irritates me because when you see this team is clearly just going to run, you should call the plays that would stop the run more often than not.
Yeah.
Because we have Slay, we have Bradbury, we have CJ Gardner Johnson. We have a good Like,
Love CGJ.
yeah, oh, me too.
He's great.
Easily one of my favorites this year.
Yep.
So we have that in the back to stop the throw.
True.
So
And they got the linebackers this year, something that they really haven't had in
Exactly.
the past. So I don't know what happened or what went wrong. Because, I mean, I think Brian Robinson is actually going to be a really good back in this league for a while. And it's kind of crazy what's happened to him early in his career with the whole gunshot thing and all that. But, I mean, he ran all over the team last night.
yeah, definitely did.
And one of the things that was frustrating is I don't think people are talking about Fletcher Cox enough. Like,
I was seeing that on Twitter today.
were you? Okay, I haven't been
Yeah.
on Twitter much today, but like I don't think he's like I think he's been struggling. And the one touchdown from like the 1 yard line, he's getting like bullied by a running back. I mean, this guy's over 300 pounds, and he's getting manhandled by a running back just right up the gut. I need him to be stronger on that D line.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. And then people were seeing it on Twitter, and I was like, oh. Ugh. I mean, you think of Fletcher Cox as, Fletcher Cox. Fletch. It's not
Yep.
supposed to be getting bullied by a running back.
Right. Exactly. Haven't been on Twitter today much today. Worst
Worst
lie.
lie.
Yeah, that's probably fair. But I did kind of want to stay with the defense a little bit because it seemed like every single play there was a commander wide receiver just wide open, just in the
Yeah.
zone anyway. Just
In the middle.
yeah, yep. The zones were wide open. I don't know what the reason for it was, but Taylor Heineke looked like Joe Montana.
I was even looked even better than Joe Montana. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I know.
It,
And
I don't know.
He didn't
what's
even
up.
throw a touchdown, which is kind of weird. Like,
He didn't.
he was just picking apart the defense.
Wow, we
So.
really like. How does? At least we got it out early.
Sure, yeah, and when you lose to a team that you should beat, like Washington, usually like you would think that your quarterback would be a reason. I don't have anything bad to say about Jalen Hurts. I don't think he played a
No.
bad game. I don't think he was
No.
spectacular, but I don't think he was bad. I think he was fine.
The reason I don't really point to Hurts whatsoever in this is because he had Watkins wide open.
Yep.
So he had that, and he fumbled the ball. That A.J. Brown catch was going to be – the interception was supposed to be a catch. It just got smacked out of A.J.
Yeah.
Brown's hands.
Yep.
So there's things like that where you don't – unless you're watching it, it's not going to show up.
Yeah.
So I can't put that on Hurts.
No, I don't put it on him either. I thought he played a good game, and yeah, that I forgot about that AJ Brown bomb because I mean it was a really really good throw. And
Yeah.
it's a tough catch to make by Brown, but it hit him in the hand, so you'd like him to come down with it, but it's just a freak thing where that goes the other way.
It missed, and then A.J. Brown got it, and then like kind of missed his hands kind of
Yeah,
after that, and then it got punched.
I know. It's so weird.
Like
So weird.
one of the weirdest interceptions I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Sticking with the offense, the one thing that I didn't like was I think Miles Sanders had one carry in the first half. One.
They were throw heavy.
Yes, especially early on. He ended with 12, so the fact that he had 11 in the second half, I guess they figure let's try to run him a little more, but had
Oh,
one
man.
carry in the first half. For a guy that's been running like a top 3 or top 5 running back,
Yeah.
I need to see more Miles Sanders. Give me more Miles Sanders.
And not only that, throwing, like I learned this early on because of Madden. Throwing puts too much time on the clock for the other team.
Yeah,
So, I mean, with Washington eating up the clock, with us not giving up much clock time at all, it's not a good look.
yeah. I don't have that the time of possession in front of me, but it seemed like Washington had the ball an awful lot, and the Eagles did not.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you just run like crazy because the team doesn't have any run defense.
Yeah, that is true. Oh wow! So the time of possession,
Yeah.
the Eagles had 19 minutes and 36 seconds of possession. The Commanders were basically double that, 40 minutes and 24 seconds.
See?
So you're not going to win many games with that much of a difference.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, what do they know that, like, what are they seeing that we aren't? And it's because, like, they're clearly running, and they're just not calling the right plays to stop the run.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Jordan Davis. Part of it's missing him, and the fact
Yeah.
that they have so many. I think they have so many guys that want to get to the quarterback too. That a lot of them overcommit to getting the sack. So if you hand the ball off, you got 3 or 4 guys already in the backfield trying to go to the quarterback, and that leaves room for the running back. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
But it's concerning. Again, especially lose a guy like Jordan Davis. And how long's he out for? He doesn't have. I think a couple weeks probably.
Yeah, this is his first week on IR, and you get at least 4,
4,
so
right? Yeah. So
3 more weeks. Which,
yeah.
coincidentally, the 3 weeks that he's gone are the 3 run-heavy teams that we're playing.
Right.
So that's great.
You have the Colts next week, and then
The Packers and the Titans.
oh god, that Derrick Henry against that's I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that at all.
No.
But yeah, it's 8-1, so I'm not ready to like kill this team yet.
No.
Like I did hear a lot about that. Like, oh, this team's a bunch of frauds. It's like it's hard to go 17-0. Like,
Yeah. Like, you're not supposed to go 17-0.
right,
Just like you're not supposed to go 0-17, but
right. Yeah, I'm trying to find positives, and right now I just don't really see any after that game because that's how pathetic of a game it was. It really was. Like when the Commanders scored late, and the Eagles got the ball back with like a minute and a half. That was your time to kind of answer back, put points on the board. I saw one of the most pathetic drives, the most pathetic 3 and outs I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it was
And
awful.
And as soon as that happened, I was like, they're losing this game.
Start the second half 3 and out. I mean,
Yep.
I want him to go for it.
Yeah. You've seen Sirianni do it in the past, so
Yeah. I don't know whether it was 4th and 2.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
Something like that.
Just go for it.
I'm curious though if it would have been a different game because I think AJ Brown got hurt early on. I think he was limping a little bit.
Got 3 targets after that.
He wasn't 100%, obviously.
No,
So I'm
that's a concern.
Yeah, and the game might have gone differently if he's 100%.
That's my thinking.
So
I mean, he only had I heard he had 3 targets only after he came back in, so he was definitely used as a decoy.
yeah,
But like, that's a huge concern.
yeah.
I mean, he had Devontae Smith, so. But when you only have Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and AJ Brown are hurt, that
Yeah, Devontae Smith ended with 6 catches, 39 yards. So,
yeah,
I mean, Quez Watkins is your leading guy with 80 yards, but the one play basically
The
is
one
taken
play.
away with the fumble.
Yeah. Exactly. So was it really 80 yards?
Right.
Like, it was frustrating. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm looking at some stats now. One thing that is concerning is, and obviously they didn't give up a whole lot for him, but like I expected Robert Quinn to have a little more of an impact than he's had over the last 2 weeks. Now maybe he's still kind of learning the schemes and everything of this team, but I haven't really noticed him at all.
yeah, I haven't either, actually. I totally forgot about that.
Right, exactly. You forget that he's on this team.
Yeah. Damn.
So
Yeah, I haven't heard. I didn't even think of that.
yeah, he's been invisible.
Yeah, completely. I don't know. It's I've obviously not going to give up on this team, but it was a frustrating loss to say the
Oh,
least.
for sure, absolutely.
Like we there were so many things that we could have just easily done to win.
Yep. I wonder how much of it is rust because like they haven't played since last Thursday. Like it's a week and a
Yeah,
half
true.
off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
because not only is it Thursday to Sunday, like you even get an extra day after that, like the Monday. So it's legit a week and a half since they played.
Yeah, exactly. So it could definitely contribute to that. I mean, we've had a really weird schedule
Yes,
the
that is
last
true.
few weeks. Like I think it was this Monday, last Thursday, and was it Sunday night football
Was that the Sunday night game?
in Dallas?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep. No, it was the Steelers the week.
Steelers. That's
Yeah, it was
right.
the Steelers before the Texans, and then Dallas was the week before that.
Yeah, so it's just been a weird schedule too. So I mean, you don't want to use it as an excuse, but it could also have actually played a little bit of a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. So they do have the Colts next weekend, and if they lose that game, I mean, obviously the Colts are coming off of a emotional win, I guess. Got a new coach got a new coach Jeff Saturday, who's basically coming off of a broadcast and coaching an NFL football team. They would get their first win.
Random.
Yes, it's a very bizarre hire, but there's concerns if they lose to the Colts next Sunday. Then maybe you
Yes.
start to wonder, is this team legit or not?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of funny because it's like I was so ingrained with baseball that
Yep.
I'm used to the longer season. So a few games, I'm just like, eh. So it's hard adjusting to the football. 2 losses in a row is not great.
Yep. Especially to two teams like Washington and like
Exactly.
and as much as I want to crucify them for losing to Washington, like it's a division game, and it seems like every year they have trouble with Washington. I don't know what it is
Yeah.
about the Commanders. Every year they have issue with Washington. I don't understand it.
I mean, you're always gonna have that like in divisions where it's a crappy team and
Yeah.
a really good team, and the crappy team always just gets the win, like Jacksonville and Indy.
Yeah, Dom talks about it all the time. Like division games, records are thrown out the window. You could have a
Yeah.
17-0 team playing an 0-17 team, and once if they're division rivals, anything could happen. Like,
Exactly. I mean, that's the best part, but at the same time, it's the most frustrating.
yeah, absolutely. Do you have anything else about the Eagles before we move on?
I was at work, and a customer who apparently is an Eagles fan was like, "At least we didn't lose to the Cowboys. At least that
True.
loss wasn't to the Cowboys."
That is true.
So I mean, there's that silver lining.
That is true. All right, we can move on. So, before we get into some Phillies talk, then we teased a little announcement that we were gonna make. Did you want to do the honors?
Sure.
Because obviously we have launched the Fired Up Podcast Network, and basically you're here to announce the newest member of that network.
Yes. So I guess, fired up. The network is going to be adding the Bell Smashers podcast. It's me and two awesome people, Jen and Haley. It's going to be talking about Phillies baseball. That's going to be starting next Friday at 8.
Okay.
So that's
Love
fun.
it. Love it. Obviously, Phillies coming off of a big run, so I'm excited for that. And just another show to the network, and
Exactly.
I'm super excited for it.
That one's gonna be really fun.
Exactly. Especially, listen, if they land Trey Turner or somebody like that. Imagine talking about that next week.
If we land Trey Turner, especially like if we land Trey Turner during the episode, that would just be the best
Oh,
thing.
that'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome. Or it's not, or even just landing Trey Turner. Just
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's my number one choice. I don't know where you kind of lean with that.
easily number one.
Yeah.
I
Look,
mean,
And the short. I mean, it's obviously a good year for a shortstop, right? You have Turner, Bogarts, Correa, and Dansby Swanson. Now Swanson's obviously a clear fourth on that list.
oh yeah,
He's still a damn good player, but he's fourth on that list. Give me Trey
Right.
all day.
oh yeah, absolutely. Give me Trey. I hope he doesn't. If he does sign with us, I hope it's not late at night like Castellanos' was. But as long as he signs, I don't care what time it is.
Yes, exactly. I just got. Sorry, I'm distracted right now. I teased it on Twitter that I was gonna be doing this one chip challenge, and
Are you gonna do it?
I think so. So, friend of the show, Doug, it was his idea, and he wanted to.
Shout out, Doug.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, thanks. Jerk off that he is. So we'll, after we talk a little Phillies, maybe we'll bring him on, and he wanted to ask me trivia after I eat one of these things, just to basically watch me suffer. I googled things about this, and
Oh God.
yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I'll be honest, I shouldn't have done that because now I'm in my own head. I'm in my own head
course.
now. Yeah. Where was I? Well, what were we talking? The Phillies. See, I'm all distracted. So yeah, so I just think Trey Turner's the perfect fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's the perfect fit. Like all year, even when they signed Schwarber, Schwarber's not a leadoff guy to me. I hate that they put him there all season. I think they really need a true leadoff guy, and
Yeah.
Trey Turner's that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I wanted them to have maybe even Stott at the one because he just makes contact on every pitch.
Yeah, he battles, which I really like about him. Like
Yeah.
even if he gets out, it's a productive out where he'll go
Yeah.
8-9 pitches deep.
Exactly. And even if he does get out, that's huge.
Yep.
It rides up the pitch count. He sees more pitches, and if he's first in line, he sees the pitches first. He tells whoever's second that what the pitch is coming. So if it's not Trey Turner, it would be interesting to see him do it. But obviously, Trey Turner is the guy.
Yep. And he's going to be Philly. Like I have no choice but to believe anything.
At this point, I have to believe it or I go insane.
Exactly. But again, even if they land with a Bogarts or a Correa, like both of those guys are damn good players and they make the team better.
Dude, if we land Correa, I'll be ecstatic. I don't
for
care.
sure. He's like a true shortstop. He's a great defender, really good hitter. I know how you feel about the 2017 Astros. We'll have to put that aside.
Yeah, I heard that it was Altuve that wasn't the one that did it, but he's not on the Astros anymore. He was a Minnesota Twin last year.
Yep.
So that's out the window. He would do really well. I feel like he might be number 2 on the list of shortstops that I'd want.
Yeah, I think I agree. Bogarts is a really good player. It's hard for me to
It's tough.
rule him out
It's
too.
definitely tough.
I think Turner's the clear number 1, and I can
Yeah.
go back and forth between Correa and Bogarts.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy with either of them.
I actually think Correa gets the most amount of money out of the 4 of them.
You think?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know why I think that. It's just my gut feeling.
I think he gets the most amount of years.
I think he's a Boris guy too. I believe. I think
He
right?
is a Boris. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was Turkey that is Boris, but no, it's
Yeah.
it's definitely Correa.
Yeah. So I think he gets the most money. Either way, I like Trey Turner. I do think they need to add pitching also.
Oh my God! Yeah,
now,
please
if
add
you-
pitching.
Yeah, and if they get a guy like Turner, I don't know how much they're willing to spend on starting pitching, but if they could find a way to get Trey Turner and a guy like Carlos Rodon, sign me up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't. As an owner, you shouldn't care how much it costs if the player is good. If the
Right.
like especially in a city as Philadelphia, you're gonna get your money back within mere days. I mean, Harper when he signed and the the merch went on sale, he broke the record.
Yeah, totally.
So I can't imagine it. You spend the money, especially in like a big city as a sports city as Philadelphia, you're easily gonna get your money back.
Yeah, but at the same time, I wonder how much of like buyer's remorse he has for a guy like Castellanos. You give him all that money, and it was a rough first year, like
It
really
was
rough
a
first year.
Yeah, it was a very rough first year. He had a couple defensive plays in the postseason that
He did,
thank you for sure. And
but part of me wonders like a good outfielder makes those look routine. Personally,
you think?
yeah, I think a couple of
Like,
them.
do you think we overhype this because it's Castellanos and he's not that great
Like, I
defensively?
think they were good plays, so I don't want to
Yeah,
like shit on him for it. But I think good a good fielder would have made this look easy. I think they would. I
it's
think they would have
possible.
I think they would have reacted quicker off the bat, and I think they would have got to the ball quicker. Like it's just a better outfielder. I think makes that play easy. Makes those plays easy.
And yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, I you don't see the launch angle or anything when you're watching TV, so it's hard to tell that sometimes.
Right.
At least for me, because I I don't know, but it's definitely possible. But he did end up catching those, and they did look like highlights, so I'll
Yeah.
take it.
True. True.
I'll take what I can get.
Absolutely.
I do think he has a bounce back year next year, though, for sure.
I hope so. Like I don't think he's gonna be as bad as he was this year. I also don't think he's gonna be as good as he was 2-3 years ago. Like I think he's somewhere in between that guy.
Yeah, I can see that happening. But I just think if slash when Harper comes back next season for the outfield, if he ever does, hopefully we still haven't gotten an update on his elbow, so that's
I'm
annoying.
surprised. That should
Yeah,
have happened by now. I thought.
yeah, it really should have. It should have happened the day after the World Series ended.
Yeah. Right. Like I don't know what's taking so long because I think it's inevitable that he's gonna need like something like Tommy John. Like that's the word. That's what I've heard. Because like how does he? I mean, this has been going on all year. How has he not been ready to play the outfield in October and November when this thing happened? I don't know, May. When did
Well, I'm no doctor, obviously,
obviously?
but I did look into it because I was really concerned about like the future of our franchise without Harper. So I looked into UCL tears and stuff like that, and partially torn UCLs, which is what he has, can be repaired naturally without surgery if it's small enough, which I believe they think it was, especially at the time. So they kept him out of the outfield as long as possible to not make it worse. And because this team was in the postseason, he's gonna hit. If it doesn't hurt his elbow, if it doesn't hurt him to swing, he's gonna bat. So I think it was, especially in the beginning, a small enough tear to where it would heal naturally, and he
Right.
wouldn't need Tommy John. If it's bad enough, he'll need Tommy John. He'll be out for the season, but he'll be roughly the same fielder thrower as before.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same effect as it does on pitchers.
No. Yeah. Absolutely. Which
Thankfully.
it's weird actually. Like I know pitchers take a while to like rehab, but a lot of times when the pitchers come back from Tommy John, they somehow throw harder. Like it's a really
Yeah.
bizarre thing. It just the rehab just takes so long for pitchers.
Yeah, it does because pitching is such a weird movement.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first Tommy John example I think of is Strasburg.
Yep.
He was never the same after that
No.
though.
No, he was not. I'm trying to think of other examples.
Justin Verlander, not Verlander.
Yeah,
Was it
Verlander
Yeah.
did get Tommy John, and I mean, dude's going to win a Cy Young. I don't think they announced it yet, but he's going to win a Cy Young.
Oh yeah, he's gonna win the Cy Young. There's no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah,
Dude just won a World Series.
I think is the Glass now. Did he get Tommy John? Is he still out? I don't think he's pitched yet. Did he, or did he get something
I,
else?
I think he did get Tommy John.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Didi had Tommy John.
That's right. He did get Tommy John. Yeah, but again, batters it's a whole different ballgame. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pitchers just take so long. One thing I did want to ask, and it's something that we've kind of talked about on our show for quite a while. Rhys Hoskins, what's his future like? Do you think he's on the roster next season?
I do think he's on the roster, and I mean I love Reese because when you think about it like this, when we get Trey Turner, we'll have Turner, Schwarber, Harper, not in this exact order, but Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Realmuto, Bohm, Stott, Marsh, a lot of batters that can help disguise his slumps.
Right.
Because when his slumps are there, they're bad. And when he's hot, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, it's one thing. Like we hear the term streaky hitter all the time. Rhys Hoskins takes that to another level. Like his highs are so high, but his lows are so low.
Yeah.
And they just have to decide if his high moments are worth all those low moments.
It's tough because.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's tough because he had never had to show up in like the postseason moments because he'd never been there with us at all, but with us specifically. And that 3-run blast, man, that.
Yeah, there was a few games where his bat was on. I'm trying to remember. Was it the Brave series where his bat kind of went nuts? That wasn't. The
I think it
Padres
was
series,
San
right?
Diego.
Was it the San Diego series?
I
The
think it was
entire
San Diego.
postseason was a blur because I couldn't believe any of it was happening.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like I was like, wait. So we were 22-29, just fired our manager. Red November, like. And in the same year as the lockout, which blows my mind.
Yep.
I completely blank on the lockout being before this year.
Yeah, I mean it was short. I think it only backed up the season like a week or two.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, true. Which is why we were playing games in November, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I liked baseball in November.
I did too, especially like this year. It was warm. It wasn't freezing yet for some reason.
Exactly. And I mean, it sucks because I watched all 162 of those games.
Yep.
All of them. And I watched every postseason game. I went to the NLDS in Philadelphia, the first one, where Reese did that bat spike. So there were so many moments to this season, and it sucks that it's gone.
Yep.
Not even that we lost, but that the season's just over.
I know. I'm ready to get back. Like I want Phillies baseball again.
I do too. The tickets are like cheaper than football tickets. So
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Eagles tickets.
Obviously.
Yeah, they're crazy. I guess
$45 in Chicago.
The Bears.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eagles Bears.
Then you're going to see the Bears. Like I get that. Their fans don't even want those tickets.
Right.
One thing to finish off the Phillies talk is I could understand Thompson not winning Manager of the Year. How? But the second I see, and I'm drawing a blank on St. Louis's manager's name, when he's above
Irrelevant.
Thompson, exactly. When he's above Thompson in the voting, that's when I lose it. Like
Yeah,
I could understand it because L.A., the Mets, the Braves all had great regular seasons, and they vote on this stuff after the regular season's over. The playoffs don't go into effect. So I can understand you say, all right, the Phillies just barely snuck in. They almost had the September collapse everybody was dreading. I could maybe buy that. The Cardinals played in an awful division.
Yeah.
And I guess they were like 15 games up on Milwaukee or whoever it was, but like they were just beating up on shit competition. So I don't get how you say he is more deserving of it than Rob Thompson. That's where you lose me.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at how awful this team was under Girardi this year, not even the last 2 years with Girardi, this year specifically, we were 22-29 when he was fired.
Yep.
And then when Thompson was named interim manager, we went on an 11-game win streak.
Yep, something like that, yeah.
And what he did to this team, it is clearly underappreciated, first of all.
Right.
But I've never seen the players rally behind a manager becoming the actual manager and not being an interim.
Yeah.
I saw so many tweets from players congratulating Thompson.
For sure. Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, and they definitely played for Thompson. Like they really like Rob Thompson.
Yeah, and that was very clear.
Yeah, and I have my skepticism. Like, it's weird. We talked about it on this show. Like, every decision he made in the playoffs, I hated. But they all worked out. So they all worked out. Except for maybe bringing in Alvarado in the game against Houston in Game 5. But we won't talk about Game 6. It's all blur. I don't even remember. I think it was Game 5.
As soon as he cranked it, I turned the TV off.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. But you got anything else for the Phillies before we move on to this thing that I'm dreading so fucking much?
Buck Showalter shouldn't have been the manager of the year. Like, I don't care that Thompson lost it, but Buck Showalter winning that's a crime.
I mean, the Mets had a good year.
They got second place.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is weird though that I get it. But I don't even hate that Rob Thompson didn't get it. The fact that he was fourth is what's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what bugs me. I'll accept fourth. We got fifth though. Come on.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna bring on friend of the show, Doug. Hopefully this was his brilliant idea. Doug, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you look like you're in like the bat lair or something. Like
first of all, that's offensive.
You look like a villain. I'm just saying. So this was your brilliant idea to do this. Packy, is that how you pronounce it? One chip challenge.
I don't know. It's just a one chip challenge.
Well, I mean, I'm reading the brand. So there's warning labels all over this thing.
Of course.
Do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin. Capsaicin? I don't know what that word is. Or are pregnant and have any medical conditions. Keep out of reach of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. Seek medical attention should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea. What am I doing?
You're
the right thing. See the chip, yeah.
So
I love it.
You have. I'm trying to read all the packaging here. 1 minute. How long can you last before you short circuit? Eating or drinking anything for relief. 1 minute powerless, 10 minutes powerful, 30 minutes supercharged, 1 hour invincible.
All right, so we have another hour of the show.
And with this box, or with this chip, I get a free bag of chips. Look at that.
There you go.
There you go. I get a free bag of chips. So Doug, you brought like trivia questions, right? Because you for some reason not only do you want me to suffer and eat this chip, you want me to. You want me to answer trivia questions with it. I can't even talk straight, and I haven't even eaten the chip yet.
Yes, I do have trivia questions. I worked on them for hours. I just finished them up, actually.
Okay. I should have wore gloves or something. I feel.
No, we'll just eat the chip and then rub it in your eyes.
Okay. So you read the packaging, said don't touch
It
any
says-
sensitive areas
it says
after
we're-
touching the chip. And you read this before coming on the show, before starting this episode,
Correct.
and you still didn't get gloves.
I didn't think that through.
So
I'll be
eat the
honest
chip
with you.
and then go in the bathroom.
Okay, while you two talk it out. All right, I got the chip. It's a big chip.
Yes.
So I mean, when do you want me to start? Just do it.
No, well, first you have to eat it, and then we have to
That
settle in
smells-
for a second, and then I'll start asking you questions.
I'm okay. So I told Kylie this. I was googling stuff, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that at all because I'm psyched out right now.
No, you should not have Googled it at all.
I'm psyching myself out. All right.
Is there a taste? Oh, what's it taste like? I should have brought hand sanitizer.
They're hard to swallow.
Someone play the Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
When's the timer start?
You have to swallow the chip first.
Oh, it's working.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just so you know, Mike, I have 45 trivia questions ready to go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is so much worse than the ghost pepper popcorn. Ah, fuck, I got hiccups.
Exactly. This is even better than I thought, and we're like 30
Right?
seconds into this.
What did you do to Mike?
Oh, this is the greatest.
Oh,
Do
that's-
not. You nothing even
Oh,
happened yet. and you're
come
gonna drink milk.
on.
Not one
Is that
thing
milk or
happened yet.
water? Is that that was water? I would have laughed, but of course.
No,
it's-
I think I just lost some respect for you.
right?
It hurts.
I hear heavy breathing. So you lost. You didn't even last a minute.
What?
You lost. You didn't last
Yeah.
1 minute.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so painful.
Okay, so you can hear me, so I can go ahead with the trivia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So keep your heavy breathing to a minimum. So since next week is
Oh, it hurts so
Thanksgiving,
bad.
I'm going to ask you Thanksgiving themed questions.
Okay. What? Okay.
Okay. So you're good.
No.
Oh, he's dying.
All right. Question number 1: what year was the first NFL Thanksgiving game played?
1942.
Close.
I don't know. Next.
1920. How many turkeys are prepared for Thanksgiving every year?
7 million. That's a dumb fucking answer.
About 46 million.
Oh my god, it hurts.
All right. What year did Adam Sandler release the Thanksgiving song?
2003.
Close. 1992.
Close.
How many feathers does an adult turkey have?
Oh, I don't say 8. I don't know.
That's a bald turkey.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to finish the show today.
Sure you will. About 5,500.
Oh my
All right, so here we go. On Thanksgiving Day in 2008, how many touchdowns did Brian Westbrook score?
3.
Hmm.
No. You have another guess or no?
No.
Okay. It was 4.
This is so much worse than I thought it'd be.
Which president made Thanksgiving a permanent national holiday?
Oh my god. I don't know. I can't even think of a president. Reagan. I don't know.
No, Abraham Lincoln.
I don't go to my first guess. Fuck.
I was way
Oh.
off.
All right. Tony Romo has the most passing yards on Thanksgiving Day. What quarterback needs 120 more yards to pass him?
What? Hold on. Repeat the question.
Tony Romo has the most passing yards on Thanksgiving Day. What quarterback needs 120 more to pass him?
Stafford.
Correct.
Oh,
That's
that's
that
a
was
good guess.
my guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lions play a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All right. So, who has the most touchdown passes in a single Thanksgiving Day game?
I don't fucking know. Oh, I'm almost out of milk. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, what was it? Tom Brady. I don't know. I don't even remember the question. Go ahead.
Who has the most touchdown passes in a single Thanksgiving Day game? There's two players tied with the same number.
I don't know. Stafford.
No.
Tony Romo.
No. Kylie, do you know?
Skip.
No, I don't.
Oh my god, it hurts.
There's no skipping. This is my trivia game.
Skip.
Peyton Manning in
I'm dying.
2004 and Bob Greasy in 1977 with
I was
6
gonna say-
touchdowns.
Damn it.
All right, so this one you should get. It's a toss-up, softball. All right. True or false? A turkey's poop can determine if they are male or female.
What?
True.
True, you got it right.
Good job, Mike.
Thanks. This hurts.
How
so
question number 10 and
How-
the final question.
bad. Okay.
How fast can wild turkeys run?
40 miles an hour.
What are they, a cheetah?
I don't know, Doug. I'm really struggling right now.
Up to 25 miles per hour.
I can't believe
Oh
it's
my-
25.
I know, me too. I was shocked.
It's
Mike,
every
Mike, this
time
is great. You never look better. This is great.
every time I think it's getting better, it hits me again. So now, oh my god,
Eat another one.
I don't have any more.
eat
Thank
another
God.
one.
I just hope you know, Doug. You are now. You have to stay for the rest of the show because I can't talk.
I kind of figured this would happen.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. Whatever you would talk about. I think Kylie was going to talk about the Sixers. I gotta head to the. Well, give me 1 second. I gotta collect my thoughts.
This is great. So next show we're gonna do something else, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got him with the
Gotta
ghost
have,
pepper
like-
popcorn. He claimed it wasn't that hot, which it may not have been, but this was a great idea.
That I'm so glad he decided to stay doing this because that was hysterical.
He was texting me an hour before saying he's not going to do it. There's no way he's going to do it. I said, no, you have to. You already put it out on Twitter. You already promoted it. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here
I
it
was
is.
gonna let him decide to do it, but
Right.
how you doing, Mike?
He's so happy he did it.
I know. You can tell.
Oh God,
You feel good now?
no. I had to wash my hands because if God forbid.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
oh. Mike is struggling right now.
All right, so
but
how's it feel? Describe it.
like
Pain,
that.
whatever pain is, and also I my eyes are a little watery. Let's just say that I can't really
Right.
see, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see the comments. It looks like I'm getting roasted, and I just want to
No.
challenge everybody in the comments to do that. Chip, that is no joke.
Oh, don't worry. Dom's next.
Good.
Jesse said on the Flyers out, he said guess beer battered sports is next.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, I don't do spicy well.
Oh my God, I usually do. That is no joke.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
Oh my
I'll
God.
have to think about that one.
Mike, how's your insides feel? Are they burning?
They're good.
All right,
My
that's
mouth is still hot. Like my tongue isn't working the way I want it to.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is it?
That's the hottest thing I've ever had. So 9.9. I don't want to say 10 because if there's something hotter than what I can't bump it up to 11. So I'll
Yeah,
say
you
that's a 9.
can.
No, you can't because it's a scale of 1 to 10.
You can always exceed the scale if it's
No,
that
you
hot.
can't.
Yeah, you can.
You'll never win this argument ever.
Oh my God. Let me see if I can.
I just want to preface that my wife did last year's chip, and she didn't react anywhere near close to that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Well, first she had last year's chip. Maybe this year's chip is hotter. Apparently, it is
Maybe.
Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper.
Holy
Oh my.
Is your mouth blue?
I don't know. Yeah, apparently that's the thing. Apparently it turns your tongue blue. I haven't really noticed that.
I guess I'll find out work tomorrow when you show up. If you show up.
If
Oh
you
my
show,
God.
he's gonna end up in the ER. Hey,
Oh yeah, the comments. Now I can finally see straight. The one chip challenge is what I ate. It hurts. Oh my God. All right, so
Holy hell, Mike.
I'm reading the comments.
This is great.
I'm just going through it. This is a great. This is an audio podcast, obviously, and I'm just reading comments now. Even my wife's chiming in.
she's enjoying.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
He's
I love
gotta
your
do it
wife.
next.
Oh man. So
So Mike,
Yeah.
next week's show or the week after, we'll do something else.
I you know what? Oh, sorry.
You are dying.
Whew. I think I want to take a
I'm
few weeks
seeing
off
Mike
before I
contained
do
in the
something
show.
again. My
All
gosh.
right, so next month of December, we'll do something like Christmas themed. You have to eat some like infused like Christmas cookie or something like that.
Infused with what?
I don't know, scorpion pepper or something. Something
No,
like that.
no. You know what? To make it up to me, you could bring me a dozen of your wife's delicious cookies that she makes around.
Yeah,
around
I'm sure
Christmas.
she's listening because I told her to watch it. So
Oh
she's
my,
probably gonna tell you no.
oh my God! It hurts
Apparently,
so
you're
bad.
dramatic.
Oh my God! It hurts.
Wow, this is awesome.
It can't be that bad.
Well,
No, it is.
Dom's next.
Oh, dude.
If anybody's thinking it can't be that bad, I go do it. Oh my God.
I think they were 2 for
See-
10. I should have got another one.
Oh my God.
See, I don't handle spicy well, so
Oh fuck.
Mike likes spice,
I
and
don't-
this
I
is the reaction you
I
get.
do, and that's why that's way worse than I thought it would be. So I did the ghost pepper popcorn that you gave me, Doug. That was a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah,
That was nothing compared to what that was.
I had to up the ante a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think I upped it pretty well.
Yeah, I talked earlier about how I was like Googling things about this chip, and there was like the people were getting like hospitalized and shit. Like it can give you like a heart attack or something. Like it was no. I was bugging out. Oh, my tongue hurts, and so does the rest of my mouth.
Well, I believe inside the box on the other side of that paper it says I survived the one chip challenge. I don't want to see any pictures of you on Twitter holding that up because you did not.
I crushed. I did survive. What do you mean?
You drank
you
the
drank milk within
like
the first
20
2
seconds.
seconds.
No. So I saw someone do it online or a video, and they as soon as you cross, as soon as you insert the chip, that's when the time starts. And I feel like I was above a minute. It had to have been.
No.
Well,
We'll have to go back
after
and
this,
find
I'll
it.
run back. I'll start the clock. I'll check it out. I can't even talk
You just
straight.
gotta get another chip and do it
So yeah,
again.
this
right
is the I crushed.
now. It's upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down.
The I crushed sign. There you go.
Yeah, no, you definitely did not crush it.
That's my upper lip is like tingling.
Yeah.
That's good. It means it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
Burning means it's working.
that did work. Yeah, Doug, do you want to stay around and hang out for the rest of the show, or do you want to leave? Do you have other things to do? Do you want to?
No, I have nothing to do. I mean,
Alright.
if you want me to hang out, sure, why not?
You can hang out.
I'll hang out and enjoy your misery for a little longer.
Yeah, thanks. We could talk about the Sixers a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I know you're a big Sixers guy.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't care less about the Sixers.
Neither could you. So.
I can occasionally. Like right now, beginning of the season, 14 games in, I won't. I don't really care about them. Like this team should be considered a contender. So like the games are meaningless until like April. Personally,
I agree. I think
Yeah.
the basketball season's too long.
I agree. Start it on like Christmas.
Yeah,
Christmas
I'd be happy
Day.
with that.
Christmas Day, that's your first game. Because the NBA, like, the NFL owns Thanksgiving. The NBA is starting to own Christmas Day. Like, they make a whole event out of it. Start the season on Christmas Day and let it go.
Bring back the Christmas Day jerseys.
Or do that.
Right.
And stop doing whatever the fuck this jersey is this year, the City of Brotherly Love jersey. Don't do that.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude,
I
it
saw
looks
that.
good on the. It looks okay on the court.
I saw there was somebody that posted a picture of, like, a sweatshirt with the logo. And I thought that
It
looked
looked good.
nice.
Yeah,
But the jersey itself looks terrible.
yeah. The merch looks good, but the jersey itself, I am not a fan of.
My nose keeps running. But oh god, the big storyline of the Sixers so far is I have the hiccups. Is Glenn Rivers, and again, we're not calling him Doc.
Yeah.
When is he going to get fired? A couple weeks ago on the show, I said December 1st. I'm not the timeline isn't all that crazy if he's fired before December 1st. It could happen.
Let's see, it's November 15th.
No, he should have
2
been
weeks.
fired already.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. I'm gonna say a week before you.
Really? You think it's that soon, huh?
I do, because it's not like it's football where it's like 3 games in 3 weeks. It's quite a few games in between now and then. And I mean, last time I was saying all this, Girardi got fired. So hopefully it's another one of those situations, because there's no reason for this team to look this bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with that, but at the same time, like, I don't know that we should blame Daryl Morey. Sorry, I draw a blank on his name because I'm thinking of a million different things right now. I don't think Daryl Morey is completely blameless here.
No, absolutely not.
Like, I think I didn't love the deal when they signed him, but like PJ Tucker, I think's been a disaster so far, and they have 2 more years of that. Or
Yeah.
one year after this. It was a 3-year deal, right?
3-year deal.
Yeah, so two more after this. I think that's turned out to be a train wreck, at least so far through 14 games.
Yeah.
And I've been critical of him in trying to build the 2016 Houston Rockets as if they won anything.
As if they're the same age.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're even older now. Right, exactly. They're even older now, and he's just trying to build that same team. And I don't know what Harden is at this point. And I think your first order of business has to be get a new coach to see if a new voice can
Sam Castle.
right the ship. Yeah, well, yep, Sam Cassell. I think is the right guy. I'm afraid to touch my
Is it
eye.
Cassell?
I think it's Cassell, right? Isn't that how you say it?
I've never heard it pronounced.
I believe it's Cassell, yes.
I believe it's Cassell.
That would make sense with the 2 S's.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, spelling's a whole different thing, but yeah, no, I think that's the first move, and if that doesn't work, then I think you have to look the guy who's in charge of it all.
Yeah.
Because like,
I mean, Harden.
as long as you haven't beat, sorry to cut you off, as long as you haven't beat on this team, you should be better than a 500 team, which is what they've been through the first month or 2 of the season.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, Harden has looked pretty good this season so far. And then I forget what his injury is. Not his hamstring, which is good. That was an important note. But losing him is definitely critical, because Maxey is not a true point guard.
You don't think so?
No, he's not. He does significantly better off the ball, and that's why he did so well last year, especially when Harden came, because he had a true point guard just throwing him passes, and he was just shooting them and making them.
That's true.
So-
Do you think he could build into being a true point guard, or you don't think that's
Oh,
ever going to be in the
absolutely.
card? Yeah, okay.
He definitely could. He has James Harden to help him,
Yeah,
so there's no doubt in my mind he's has the ability to. He has the work ethic, so he could definitely do it.
right. The one thing that does make me smile is the game on, I believe it was Sunday, when Embiid drops 59.
Yep.
He had more points in that game than Ben Simmons has had the entire season, which is nice.
2
I heard
seasons.
that, which is pretty incredible.
Entire 2 seasons.
That's true. Entire 2 seasons, right. That's pretty wild. He did it in one night. Embiid is a freak. I have my concerns with him mentally. Like, I don't know. He still has some childish tendencies
Yeah.
that I would like him to correct in a leader of the team, but
Yeah.
he's still a hell of a talent. I'll give him that.
My biggest issue with Embiid is sometimes he's a 7'2", 280-pound dude. He is massive. And I know people talk about, like, him being a free throw merchant. But when you actually genuinely watch, and I've always hated him being called that, but when you like really watch him, all he has to do, like if he could just use his strength to just dunk and just bully people in the paint instead of trying to do trick shots and go for the foul, it'd be a lot better. And this came from somebody who loves Embiid, he's one of my favorite players in the entire league. So it's not anything like me hating on him. I absolutely love Embiid. It's one thing that irritates me about him, and he attempts ridiculous shots too early on into the shot clock.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of Embiid's deficiencies, like rushing that shot or shooting the three when he could probably take it up. Because again, like you say, he's a giant guy. A lot of that I think is coaching though. Like coach him to like put him in better positions. Now if
that's what I'm saying.
If he's not coachable and he won't do it regardless of who the coach is, then you have a bigger issue, and that goes to Embiid.
Yeah.
But
my biggest thing with Embiid is why doesn't he play as an old school big man?
That's
we don't need him to do all the trick shots. Yes, it's great he can shoot threes and he can do all these things, but get under the basket where you should be.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the NBA is now, though. Like, there's a lot of the big men are around the perimeter.
Jokic, Cat, Porzingis can shoot the three.
Yeah,
which is fine. Like, it's good to like add that to your game, but like you should be in there just roughing people up. And
I've
getting
been
the ball
saying
and
that
just putting in the hoop.
forever.
and there's nobody as dominant as Joel Embiid under the basket. Nobody. So.
It's. I hate it when he just tries to go in the paint and he does this weird fadeaway that does go in a lot of the time, but it's too early on in the shot clock to do that.
Yep.
Move the ball a little bit more.
Right. It's almost like he's not even running a play. He's just doing it himself.
Exactly. When you have,
I know the team runs through him, but still, like I'd like to see disperse the ball a little more.
Yeah, you don't need to be taking those. I don't want to say low percentage because he does make them a higher percentage than they should be made at, but for what it's worth, a lower percentage shot than what you could probably be getting further down in the shot clock.
Right.
It's just that's my only issue with him because he's so much fun to watch with that. That's just one thing that irritates me.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Any other storylines really involving the Sixers? Not that I could think of. It's just kind of when is Glenn gonna be fired? Because it has to happen. Like it
has to happen.
That's the only way for this thing to like maybe work.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it'll happen during the season, or do you think they'll win enough to where it'll drag it up to the end of the year?
It has to.
It has to happen in season because of the roster. If this roster wasn't expected to do anything, then we'd be looking at it after the season. But because of the projections of this team, you got to do it sooner than later.
Right. I'm all for him getting fired.
Like I think the only way it doesn't happen, I think, is if they rattle off 9-10 in a row, and you can't fire somebody after a long winning streak like that, and then
I mean,
that's the only way I think he saves his job.
Yeah. Or Embiid keeps dropping 60.
Or Embiid keeps dropping 60. Exactly.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And if he does that, then maybe at that point they'll give him the MVP. I don't know what more to have to take,
won't. But that dude can average 100 points for 87 games.
There's not even 87 games in the season.
Exactly. And he still wouldn't win MVP. Like
right.
I've thrown that out the window. Just give me the title. That's more important.
I agree. 100%. I
totally agree there.
At this point.
Yep. I wasn't going to talk much Flyers because Kylie, for some reason, you're a Devils fan. It's not too late. Yeah, it's not too late to
My parlay got messed up because I bet on Vanacek having 26 saves. He had 25.
Did he really?
Yep, I've been there.
That's the one thing I needed.
That's
the one thing I needed.
That's brutal. That happened. I had a last season. I had a a bet like a prop bet like that where it was goalie saves, and I forget what goalie it was. It was halfway through the third period. I needed one more save. My goalie got hurt. I lost my mind.
I think that was the same game we bet on. I can't remember who the goalie was.
Probably was. Was it
Jonathan Quick?
Was it Holtby? I think it might have been Holtby.
Oh, Braden Holtby.
It was Holtby.
I think it was Holtby. He
Yeah.
ended up getting hurt halfway through the third period and needed one save. I was pissed.
Yeah. I had a Jesper Bratt point.
He got a goal. I know that.
He had a point. He had an assist.
Yeah, and he got a goal too. He
He did.
Yeah.
And then
they won 5-1.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then I needed a Jack Hughes goal, which I got.
Yeah.
And I needed the 25.5 saves, which I missed.
He got 26. That's brutal. Yep, sounds
I
about
needed
right.
him to get 26 and he had 25.
Yep, that is brutal.
That always happens to me too.
Betting's a mean game.
Yes, this is why I don't bet as often.
Yeah.
Yeah, or when I do bet, it bites me in the ass. Like when one day I went to the Dodgers-Phillies game and I bet for Machado, Trey Turner, Harper, Nimmo, and I believe, who was it? It was one other player. Every single one of them had a hit other than Bryce and Turner before the Phillies game even started. So I just needed Harper and Turner to have a hit, and Turner had a hit, and we lost the game after that. Pretty much because of the hit, so that bit me in the ass.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah, it's brutal. I don't even know where to. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about?
How you feeling? You want to know? You drink all?
I started the Flyer segment because I did want to say they're heading into overtime against.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, are they?
4-4. Yeah, 4-4. The one thing about the Fly, and I'll answer your question in a second, Doug.
Yeah, I thought you were deflecting.
So, no, I'm not deflecting. No, I'm not deflecting. Tortorella is a treasure. I
saw that.
Something. Yeah. So after the first period, or I think it was during the first period, they cut to him and they do like the bench interviews, which I don't like at all during the middle of the game. I think they're weird.
I agree.
What have you seen from the team so far? Nothing. We suck.
Was it the same video you sent me? I didn't watch it.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, we suck. With no forecheck, and we're terrible today." And they ended up tying the game, and I mean they're heading into overtime. So
I guess it worked.
I guess it worked. Right. I guess it worked because it lit a fire up under them. So,
Now he's playing it up.
Right?
No, I caught like a pepper or something in the back of my throat.
Oh.
I'm doing better now. My lips are still tingling a little bit. My stomach doesn't really have like my stomach is fine.
That's good. I mean, it hasn't really digested yet. It hasn't gone through the rest of it yet. So
that's also true.
we'll see.
Dude, it was weird because like it's not like it was hard to get down because it's not the texture of like a regular chip. Like it's
a thicker chip, isn't it?
It's very different. It's almost like cardboard-y, like the texture of it. Like it's almost like a stale chip.
Oh, okay.
It almost tastes like the texture was like a stale, like I don't know. It was tough to get down, and it's a big chip. Like you can't get that down in one.
Yeah,
bite.
that was a
Right.
big chip.
Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 bites to get that down, which is even tougher.
So you'll do it again?
Funnier.
I'm not doing that again. No, it's weird because again, I like spicy stuff, and it's weird how instantly that gave me like hiccups. Like I usually don't get hiccups. I usually don't get hiccups from spicy stuff. Like that's never happened to me before.
That's hysterical.
That was
I
great.
wanna see
That's
Dom
the
do
best segment on the show so far.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to see Dom do it. Because I'm
I
sure
gotta see
It's gonna happen.
I didn't see him roasting me in the comments. Because if he was, I was definitely gonna make him
No,
do it.
he's worriing about his bowling 112.
Yeah, he probably is.
He'll do it. I'll have to restock for you guys. So
I'm
Yes.
all you guys can try it.
I'm totally fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, but if Dom does it, you have to do it again.
No, I don't think so. Like, yes, I did do it, so that makes me feel a little bit better that I can do it.
Right.
but
I mean, you did it, but like, did you
I-
really like complete? You definitely did not follow the rules at
I
all.
tried. If you wanted the truth, the reason I went for the milk isn't because I couldn't take the spice. The
Uh-huh.
milk was the the milk was the only thing that I knew how to handle the hiccups, because I just would have sat down here and I would have just kept it. It wouldn't have stopped. So I had to stop that for the sake of the podcast.
You are a disgrace.
I mean, that's the thanks I get for giving you guys a half hour of entertainment.
Right. You should be thanking me for giving you such a good segment.
Oh,
My trivia questions
I
were on
thank
point.
you.
You actually got a couple of them right. Shocking.
They were good questions. Like, wait,
Which-
how many feathers are on a turkey?
Yeah, like I'm gonna know that. Oh, I don't even remember what I think I said like 8.
You said 8. It's a
The worst
bullshit
guess ever.
turkey.
Like a just born turkey, maybe.
Oh.
I hope you got roasted for that. I don't have the comments up, so I couldn't see it.
No, I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that. I don't think people cared about the trivia part of it.
No, it's
People just wanted to see my reaction to me eating this super hot chip. Oh, awesome! The Flyers lost
Yep,
in
they
overtime.
lost. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, is that quick?
Yep. 3 minutes into overtime, they lost.
Flyers
Devils
lasted
are
longer in
10 point-
overtime than you did eating the chip.
That's
Hey, the Devils
Doug,
are on a 10-game win streak.
I don't want to talk about the Devils. The Devils are overrated. They're having their nice little 10 minutes of fame. Nah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, though.
I'm sure you are.
Hey, enjoy while it lasts.
Exactly.
I am.
I wish my team was exciting to watch. Actually, the Devils are exciting. I think their goaltending still sucks, and I know Vanacek's playing really well,
He is playing really well.
but I'm not talking about the Devils. I'm not doing it. I don't care about the Devils.
Talk about it on the podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, and that's a good segue. Everybody, check out Beer Batter Sports Podcast and the Bell Smashers podcast, which
Yes.
starts next Friday. You said,
Yep.
right? That's the official date. I'm excited for that. You guys got anything else before we get out of here? Doug, also, before you say anything, congrats. This is the final time you appear on the show.
Probably.
You're
I also
bad.
want to say congrats to you a week or so in advance.
What's why?
Don't you have like your 9th kid coming?
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was expecting a punchline. Usually,
Ninth?
No,
Yeah.
that was genuinely being nice.
I was expecting a punchline because usually there's some sort of shit talking. That's
No,
usually how
don't
this
worry.
happens.
That'll happen tomorrow.
Is my that's true. This is my 3rd kid, and yeah, I guess it's a good kind of thing to say. Is I won't be on the show next week. It'll just be Dom and Chris, because chances are the 3rd kid will be born, and I'll probably still be at the hospital. So
Well,
that,
good. It gives me a
Congratulations, my
week to
dude.
buy a chip and get it to
thank
Dom.
you. What'd you say?
It gives me a chance to buy a chip and get it to Dom
That's true.
before next week.
You should. I'll tune in live from the hospital. Like I'll have a baby, like a screaming kid in the
Right.
background, and it's fine. I'll just watch that anyway because
I don't put that past you that you would attempt to do that before you got murdered.
I mean, everybody watch me suffer. I have to watch him suffer too. That's the way it's gotta
That's
be,
true.
Absolutely. Well, I'll ask
true.
him trivia questions.
right? And I
Is
thought
he
that,
gonna
you
know
know
how
what?
many
I like
feathers
those
on
trivia questions. What was that?
I did too. Is he gonna know how many feathers are on a turkey?
He probably won't, but he might give a better answer than 8.
Your reaction to it was funny. You were just dying, and then you were just like, "What the fuck?"
I'll be honest. I blacked out during that entire segment, so I'm gonna listen back to it and have a chuckle.
I mean, you weren't that far off. 8 feathers, 5,500. You know,
There was 5,500.
yeah.
I thought you said 80. I thought you said 88.
No,
Was 88 the answer to a different question?
no.
Could have sworn I heard 88. I mean,
No,
I said
it was
8.
just
so
it was you repeating 8 to try to answer the question.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here, Kylie. I'm sure you're glad you came on this week.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
It
We're
wouldn't
gonna
have been
get
as
out of
fun just watching it at home.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
people had fun. But
Oh,
yeah, you notice, you know what? This says a lot about our show. As soon as all the hijinks ends, our viewership just went crashing down. Everybody
Yeah.
left. Nobody gives a shit anymore.
Right.
Everybody came for my pain, and then they're out. Now I know.
Yeah.
You know,
This is the first podcast I've been on that I'm actually going to rewatch tomorrow.
Right?
but you're gonna fast forward to the part where you make me suffer.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the best part because
Yeah.
I talk to you all
Yeah.
day long anyway, so I get
That's
all
true.
the Philly sports stuff before you even come on here.
That's a good
There
point.
you go.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks both of you, Doug, not so much, but thank you guys for joining this week, and we will see everybody next Monday.